Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is the Tic Tac book. Isn't that sweet? I've seen similar on Pinterest before, but I typically, when I came to find the project, I couldn't. I searched for Tic Tac and kept finding Tic-Tac-Toe, which is noughts and crosses to us in the UK. Not what I was looking for. But actually the make of the project was inspired by these brand new Tic Tac flavours, Spearmint Twist, which is, you know, looks pistachio pudding to me in the colour. So that's what I came up with, or rather this is what I wanted to do. But I couldn't find the project, so I've had to come up with my own measurements. So thank you to the person who originally did the idea though. And I'm also going to work with the metric plate today because I want to explain how to score a line when you can't find, you know, when there isn't a groove for it. So our metric plate is from the 15cm mark all the way up to 31. It's in half-centimetre increments. But below that, you can see there's these very strange marks like 2.6 centimetres and 3.7, 52.5mm. And that's because this is our standard A size. So A4, A5, A6, A7 and so on. This is how you would score a card blank in half. So I'm going to show you how to do scoring when you haven't got the mark and the notch. So your piece of cardstock, 4 1/4 inches by 2.5 inches, which is 10.5 centimetres by 7 centimetres. And our first score line is at 4.5 centimetres, which isn't there. There's a 4, there's a 5, and there's nothing else. So you could slide it to the 10, because that's just going up 10, but there's still no half. It's 14 and 15. So you slide it to 20, because we know from 15 onwards, there is a half mark, come to 24.5, and that's the first score line. So that's how you score when you're working in the lower numbers and there isn't a groove for you. You just slide it along until you can find it. And then the next score line is 6, so I could either score at 26 or I could slide it down and score it at 6. Doesn't matter. If you're going to score it in inches, 1 3/4, 2 3/8. So that's it for my metric plate work today. There is a band to go around the middle, but I'm actually just going to fold that. This one measures 17.5 centimetres by 2 centimetres, which is 7 inches by 3/4 of an inch, and literally just bend it. Bend it to fit around your Tic Tacs, and then you know that it will slide in and out neatly because we haven't scored and bent and what have you in that fashion. We've just wrapped it round. We know that Tic Tacs are going to slide in and out without any problem whatsoever. Fold these up, super simple, round the corners of all the sides. This one's rose red. Did I say that before? I can't remember. This is rose red, that's pistachio pudding. And then the bits that I've got on the front to make it look like a book, these ones are pink pirouette, which is very much that colour. And the designer series paper measures, you need 2 pieces that measure 6.5 by 4 centimetres, which is 2 1/4 by 1 1/4. You need 1 for the spine of the book, which is 6.5 by 1 centimetre, which is 2 1/4 by 3/8 of an inch, and then 1 for the inside, which is going to sit on this band here, which is 6 centimetres, sorry, by 1.5 centimetres. So we'll start sticking all of these bits on. So this is going to go into the middle of the wrap that's going round our Tic Tacs. So 1 there. These ones, as I was chattering away there, I rounded the corners. They're going to go onto the front of this little book. One onto the back there. And 1 down the spine as well. Oh, and fire it across the desk. And then a little bit of stamping. And this one is using, this one says Sweet Treats, which is from my favourite sentiment set, teeny tiny sentiments. And I've got my rose red ink, so I'm sort of mixing up the colours. I mean, this one was predominantly pistachio pudding, but because the Tic Tacs that I'm using now have got 2 different colours, I just wanted to mix up the colours. And then, whoops, my small oval punch. I will put that around there. I'm going to have 3 pink pirouette flowers. This is the 4 petal flower from Itty Bitty Shapes punch pack. 3 of those, and I'm going to sponge up everything, and I forgot to get my sponge daubers out. There, oh look, there we go, rose red. So my little sponging on the edge. Around everything, and I like how this sits against pink pirouette. It makes it a very elegant flower. Very sweet. Oops, oh, I'm going to cover myself in ink today. And I can lift those up. Pop a little tiny rhinestone into the middle of each of them. And then I'm going to wrap the wrap around the Tic Tacs. And like I say, this is to stop them falling out of the bottom more than anything particularly. So a little bit of snail on there. And then a big bit of snail on the back of it, so that I can come along and slide that in, and literally it's just a case of positioning. So hopefully you can see the score lines. That's kind of in the middle. Pretty good. There we go. And then, oh, I forgot to get the ribbon out. Did I? I did. Oh, I'm going to have to reach past the camera. Take out the tripod. Pink pirouette taffeta ribbon, because obviously you've got to have it all matching. And tie it off into a knot or a bow. Trim off that bit. And then pop everything up, so I'll have a dimensional on the back of this one. And then my flowers, I'll just push those back a bit. I squished them when I put the rhinestones in. I've got some mini glue dots for the back of these. One there, and then the others I think will have trailing up the box a little bit. And I think that is a super duper, very sweet, very cute little project, and a great way to, I don't know, give away some Tic Tacs. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. And like I say, I don't know who originally came up with putting Tic Tacs in a book, but thank you for the great idea. Bye.